Again, brothers and sisters, you can always count on us to bring surety to the heart. The Bible's going to take a long time to learn. You forget. You're in a race that ends at death. So there's no need of rushing. We got you. Now this verse here, this controversial verse between Christians and us. And they always use it. Why? Why use a verse and there are 31,000 verses in the Bible? Because you want to point the people in a direction, but we're going to cut you off at the path. The book of John 1:11. He came into his own, and his own received him not. Now, Christians use this to say that the Jews did not receive Christ the Jew. They didn't receive him. But when it says his own, you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention, brothers and sisters. When it says he came into his own and his own received him not, he came into his own people and they did not receive him. Now, this is according to the Christian. But what I want to do is I want to identify with a verse that Paul wrote in Romans 15 to better clarify what this means. The book of Romans 15:8. Now I say that the Messiah Christ was a minister of the circumcision. He only taught the Jews. Now what you Christians need to do is prove us wrong. Christ did not teach all nations. He taught his own. Let's clarify that now. Christ did not teach everybody. He taught his own. Now I say that the Messiah Christ was a minister of the circumcision, the Jews, for the truth of God, to confirm the promises made unto the fathers. He came to teach Jews. Nobody else. That's why it says in the book of Matthew 15. The book of Matthew 15, verse 24. We're going to clarify. Let's get this straight. Let's read all this talking. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The lost sheep of the house of Israel were the Jews. Lost is not the same as Gentile. We're going to prove that. They want you to equivalent, they lost among the nations. No, lost means something else. Gentiles mean something else. Come to our YouTube channel. He was only sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Wasn't sent for nobody else. Came to teach the circumcision. Again, John 1:11. We're going to do it again. John 1:11 now. We got to put this up to these Christians. John 1:11. When it says, he came unto his own, and his own received him not. His own is the circumcision, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now, according to the Christian, no one among the Jews accepted him or received him. No one. Now remember, Christ only taught the Jews, and they say no one received him. Well, let's call them a bluff. The book of John 4. We got you. You Christians, you don't think. The book of John chapter 4. The book of John chapter 4. Verse 44. For the Messiah himself testified that a prophet hath no honor in his own country. Then when he was come into Galilee, the Galileans received him. Those Galileans were Jews. He only taught the circumcision, player. Christ was from Galilee, but he was a Jew. Here are Jews receiving him. You Christians didn't come across this? Come on now. What kind of game are you playing? Having seen all the things that he did at Jerusalem. At Jerusalem. You know why? Because they go up to Jerusalem to keep the feast. Only Jews. That's why we know those Galileans were Jews. Feast. For they also went unto the feast. Huh? So Jews received him. There were some that received him. But you guys say, no, received him. Let's go to the book of Luke. Ah, man, it's hard to believe, brothers and sisters, these Christians and what their intentions are. The book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 39. Return to thine own house and show how great things God hath done unto thee. And he went his way and published throughout the whole city how great things the Messiah had done unto him. And it came to pass that when the Messiah returned, the people gladly, what? Received him. Come on now. Here are Jews receiving Christ. Come on, brothers and sisters, look at the games. Here are Jews. Christ didn't teach but Jews. You won't find where he taught the uncircumcision. He did not. He sent the apostles to do that. He taught the circumcision. Romans 15:8. And it came to pass that when the Messiah returned, the people gladly received him. So there were Jews that received Christ. For they were all waiting for him. Waiting! They were all waiting for him to come. These Jews were waiting for another Jew to come because they received him. See, brothers and sisters, when you quote one verse and leave thousands off, that's what you do. You're driving the people into deception, but people can't see that. They won't be able to see it. They will not be able to see it. Wait a minute. Got a little bit more time. The book of John, chapter 8. Now, if you can't get it here, John 8:31. Then said the Messiah to those Jews which believed on him. Pow! You don't believe on nothing you don't receive. You don't believe on nothing you don't receive. So that's why we don't play with it. Who cares about what Christians think? I know we do this for you, brothers and sisters. We're embarrassing them. It reaches who it reaches. And the Messiah said unto those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then ye are my disciples indeed. They're receiving Christ. They're receiving him. So now I go back to John 1. John 1:11. He came into his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, the many as received him were Jews, because Jews received him. They want you to think Gentiles received. He didn't teach the Gentiles to receive him. He didn't teach them. He didn't teach them. But as many as his own, which received him, which we read, to them gave he power to become the sons of God. Not anybody, his people, even to them that believed on his name. Now I want to go to John 13 because I want this one. Look at John chapter 13 and verse 1. Man, y'all pay attention, man. Now before the feast of the Passover, when the Messiah knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of this world is Rome, unto the Father, having loved his own. This is one of the least quoted Bible verses. Having loved his own, he did not love the nations. When Christ died, he loved his own, which were in Rome. He loved them unto the end. He still loved them. Having loved his own. Why don't you read this one? Why leave this one off? You want to go to John 1:11, but this you don't want to quote. See, brothers and sisters, exposing Christianity gets better and better to us. It's a false religion. It's fake. They quote what they want to, leave off this. He loved his own. Yeah.